Arizona. Just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now. Hey Arizona, just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now. Hey Arizona, just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now. Hey Arizona, just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now. Hey Arizona, just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now. Hey Arizona, just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now.
Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord have mercy. How's it going?
Hard to stick the landing. What's up? It's the Dr. Greenthumb Show live on YouTube, Twitch, Discord, and our home site, www.brealtvcontest. We made it through another weekend. Hello. Dr. Greenthumb to my right, Mr. Goodlight, DJ C minus.
Happy Friday.
What it do?
Yeah, here we are.
Happy Friday?
Happy Monday. There you go.
Oh my God.
Ooh, that was a good week.
Oh,
Yeah.
you time warped right there. I was like,
Good weekend.
let's do the time warp again. We got the iconic one, Eric Big Drum Bobo, in the building.
Right. Happy Wednesday. Eat.
There it is.
Happy Wednesday. What's going on today? We got the Treehouse crew, Bolton, Blampo, Bra Bra, and the Dominator.
On a Tuesday.
Oh my God.
On the Tuesday.
And we got the legendary Jesse Borrego in the house.
Ooh, happy Pluto Day.
All right.
That's the 8th day of the week.
And we got Concentrate King Cali Blade.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Word up. And we're here on this Sunday talking about things. Hello. Welcome to the table, guys. Did you know?
Already?
Did you confuse the hell out of me right off top?
Hey, man.
No, I
confused
know.
the hell out of me. Let's go.
Confused the hell out of each other. Hey, it's good to have Jesse back on the table.
Glad to
with
be
us
here.
once again. First time we had Jesse on the table, it was the 30-year anniversary of Blood In, Blood Out. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And now this year, It's a 30-year anniversary. You got the bacon double cheeseburger popping off. Mi Vida Loca 30-year anniversary.
Boom!
Yeah. No,
Shout out to our homegirl, Sadie Lopez.
Yeah,
right?
Sadie Lopez, yeah.
You were telling me a great story.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was just watching Mi Vida Loca the other day.
Yeah.
My girl had never seen it before. I said, "This is L.A. right here. If you want to know a little bit about this L.A. culture, watch this movie. Give you a little taste of it."
And Allison Anders, the director, was living in Echo at that time, and she became really good friends with Vero. They call her Stranger now, but that's kind of their collaboration is really what came up with the story. That's why it was so real,
Mm-hmm.
But it was great to be able to work on 1 year on, Blood In, Blood Out, and then the very next year, Mi Vida Loca came out, which was much simpler, more in the hood, independent, a feminine point of view of the Vida Loca, the streets.
Yeah, it's based off the two girls who were, getting with the one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He got them both pregnant.
That was a young Jacob Vargas.
Yeah, Jacob Vargas, yeah.
Yeah, but Angel Aviles, right, played Sad Girl, and then La Sadie Lopez.
Sadie
La
Lopez.
Sad Girl. But Danny Trejo was in that too.
Yep.
If you
Kid
check
Frost
him in a
was
little
also-
cameo. Frost was in
Yeah,
that.
he played father to one of them, right?
Yeah, to Mousy, I think.
Yeah, to Mouse.
And then our boy Cesario Montaño was in it as well, man.
That's right.
El Creeps.
That's
He
right.
was in that. Yeah, so
I think
we
he's
had a
trying to
nice
pass you the book over there if you want to show people the new.
All right. We'll talk
Oh
about that.
man, that's a
But
nice
we'll talk
right
about
there.
that too.
Ooh,
Nice.
oh man,
Oh, it looks dope.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. But there was a lot of actors, a lot of dope actors in Mi Vida Loca.
Yep.
I remember going to the screening for it. I think because we might have had a song in there, right?
wasn't it?
I thought y'all did. I asked about
I
that.
think so.
I'm trying. I think we
Yeah,
did have a song. I don't
remember.
know what it was, but
I know. Where was it? Was it early Psycho Realm song was on there?
Yeah.
But,
Yes.
But
Yeah, I see Scandalous by Psycho Realm.
yeah,
I see the good hit Funk Dubious.
yep.
And that seems to be it.
Oh, I guess we were not on it. I thought we were, because
well, maybe it was considered.
we was considered maybe. I think.
Considered.
Yeah, but I definitely I thought it was a dope movie. And the
But
cast was-
remember Los Lobos played the house band
Yeah.
party at the end?
that's
It
right.
was a young Los Lobos. They hadn't really
Yeah,
And they're going on what 40 years.
talk about LA.
You know, 50 years. You know, career.
sick with it, man.
So
And it's
legacy.
legacy. That's
Does
right.
that mean we old, Be Real? Does that mean
Vintage, like
we're
fine
vintage?
wine.
Yes.
Like fine wine.
Clásicos.
We're
Yes.
owed what what they'll never give us.
Seasoned.
Unfortunately, to that, but we'll get ours while we're here, still living and breathing,
I think so.
and able-bodied to go
Hey, I tell
get
you
it.
what, you invited me back. That's like a nod, man. That's like thank you.
Are you kidding me? You're like one of the ones that paved the way for us, man. You were like Latino representation on Fame when Fame was a huge show. And we were kind of talking about it earlier, but there was representation kind of for everybody there.
Yeah.
But that like opened up the doors to show Latinos got talented.
Yeah.
And like Chicanos though, not just like from actors from Mexico. We know that, but like talent that's here young
On the street.
and you represented that.
And
man.
it turns out that character, because the show was set on a school of performing arts that was in New York. So everybody thought,
Right.
the kid's Puerto Rican. Turns out his backstory is he was Mexicano, dude. He was from Juarez.
They did it right.
Living in El Paso when his family got hit by the migra, and he made his way up to New York, planning to one day make it and bring his family back to a better life. So talk about a Chicano story. Stop it.
Found a way into the school.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? It's an inspiring story, and I would imagine that many kids like got inspired like that. I want to do that. I want to go to a performing arts school. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? People see it on TV, and they obviously the perception is, hey, that could take me where I might want to go
Yeah.
if this is my passion. If like you had a chance, like rappers didn't really have this because this wasn't in the performing arts curriculum, but it's sort of a place that can groom you. So like if you're a high level musician, you know what I mean? Like on any given instrument, you could sort of learn the chops and all that stuff at a place like this. If you're a, performing arts person, like in terms of like dance, no matter what kind of dance, they could shape you into having some foundation before you get out there. You know what I mean? If they had that for hip hop, I think more would come out knowing what the hell they should be doing.
Well, in the last few decades, they've started to include hip hop and into not only the musical curriculums, but also the dance curriculum.
Yeah.
Right.
Because talking about fame, if you look at what Janet was doing in the music videos, she was taking the dances that the kids were doing in the streets,
right,
and putting them there. Michael had already
Michael was doing that, yeah,
working with Pop and Taco and all those guys.
Yeah.
He was already influenced by the street club stuff happening. But more so, Janet really brought it into the music videos.
Yeah.
And so then it became, so she was using a lot of those people from Fame who were professional dancers. So then they were taking it in their choreography to their professional performance.
Yeah.
Man, now when you look at so you think you can dance and all that, half the competitors are trained and half of them are just the crazy stuff that these people are doing off the streets. There's some crazy street dancers right now.
Yeah, some street dancers that haven't been trained, but they are dope.
Oh, yeah. It's pure talent.
Culture is still there, and even more so than you would think, because you see with IG and everything from all over the world, you see people like break dance.
Oh yeah, all over
the world, and they're really good, like all kinds of crazy styles.
I think it's dope that it's making its way into the Olympics. I think this year, right?
Yep.
Cool.
And that's gonna be dope to see that effect of like that street dancing worldwide. Because I mean, break dancing is, I think, one of the biggest forms of street dance.
I tell you this much: I don't envy the judges, because I've had to judge a few breakdance competitions. And man, there's just so many styles that have been developed over the last, 30, 40 years. Because, we're OGs, but there was a whole 70s, 60s, 70s generation.
Oh, absolutely.
Breaking?
I mean, you can go back to, they were showing some old footage of the first black man who did the moonwalk. And this was way before Michael Jackson.
I've seen that.
So when you look at ragtime, when you look at all the styles of dance, like someone who has grown up and looking at dance from a cultural perspective, man, you see that the street style was developed.
Oh yeah,
but by popular dancing.
James Brown used to use the street style. He made street dances popular.
That was funk
by dancing them and then singing about some of them.
Yeah. So by the time in the late 70s with freestyle and with the first cuts that were happening and raps that were happening, which is the late 70s, right? With the freestyle, the graffiti and all that.
Yeah.
The kids were already they were taking those disco and funk dances and they were doing other stuff with it to the new music. And that's really the beginning of that hip-hop style. But then from there, every neighborhood had their own style.
Yeah.
So every movement had its new dances, You had, in LA, you had the crip walking, and that became like a dance style.
That's crazy that became like a style.
Yeah, it became a style of dancing.
Yeah.
But it was always drawing from, whenever as dancers or choreographers, we wanted something new, we would go to the clubs and see what the kids were doing in New York and the Bronx, in the LA clubs here. Well, what's going on, House had its own style of dancing, the Jack, and, so over time you take those and then you see them being incorporated into the modern music, into the modern styles and rhythms. Yeah. And that's what's beautiful about understanding it as an artist, not just as, and that's another thing. You can never, and I know you guys know this 30-year legacy, you can never get stuck on your own success.
Yeah, no, you got to keep pushing.
You got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing the boundary and questioning it and going, okay, well, what hasn't been seen? What hasn't been done? And I think that's what's kept me relevant. And I know the maestros that I learned from, the whole time they were pushing that boundary. What's next? What's new? But it's always going to come from the streets. It's always going to come from the people.
Yep.
These youngsters.
Yeah.
Listen to them.
Yeah,
they'll tell you what's going on.
They might revive an old dance and like, kind of do something new with it, or they'll create something brand new.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the way that always is through every generation. You know?
Well, you look at the music, right? When you looked at a lot of the new music that's coming out from the Latino realm, the Caribbean style and the island styles and the reggaeton and the stuff that's coming now from South America, from Brazil, they're mixing and matching all of the influences that we've been giving them for 30, 40 years.
You see that like when in the dance crews, the way that they're mixing all of them into one, and it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And then they're throwing in their little, their little pueblo, their little barrio, their little culture, so that they all have this distinct, synergy of cultura, and man, that's what they love about the art that we do. That's really why we resonated internationally.
I'll tell you what,
because we're multicultural.
They were doing America's Best Dance Crew, and they would recruit kids from all these different regions, different styles, and then they'd shake it up. They'd say, okay, you got to dance this type of dance to this over here, right? And you see these guys that maybe started in one lane, that they're like really strong in this type of thing, but they had to like sort of work their way, competing against others, having to flip a different style every damn week and show a different look. And some of the things, man, that all these crews were doing was pretty incredible. There's a couple that were like, maybe you shouldn't be here, but there was some really highly competitive groups out there, like popping off like street stuff and a combination of things that they were making specific to the competition. It's wild.
Yeah, choreography is crazy on some of these. It's definitely dope. I want to ask you, when you doing Fame, like what was that schedule of doing a show like that that's both musical, dance, and drama?
Ooh.
What was that schedule? Doing all that.
It was a crazy schedule because you were talking about doing 2 shows. Yeah, we'd have probably at least 4 dance numbers every week.
Damn.
Wow.
So you had to go record the music first of all. So you'd learn the song, go record the music. Then while you were filming, you were learning the dance, and they'd always wait till the end of the week so you had time to learn the dances. And then in the last couple of days of the shooting week, which was about 9 days, we were shooting an episode every 9 days.
Damn.
You had to throw down and do the dance. So I had to, I'm slow on I'm a good dancer, but I'm slow on choreography. So I would take lunches, man. I would not eat lunch, and I'd go I'd grab one of the, I'd grab Debbie Allen, I'd grab one of the choreographers. Nia was real good about that. Hey, let's go practice, Nia Peoples. And we'd practice all lunch because I wanted to look good.
Yeah.
So you couldn't do Dancing with the Stars right now.
What do you mean? I'd kill it.
All right. I'm saying because towards the end, you got to learn a bunch of choreography fast.
Yeah. No, I'd kill it.
I know you would.
Come on.
You said what?
Hey, we just planted a seed.
Yeah, right.
Just throw the gauntlet.
Bobo won't do it.
Come on.
We've been trying to get him to do it.
My steps are way too intricate.
No, he's got.
Hey, and I can tell you that
he's got the sciatica steps over
Not
there.
to be understood.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get Sen actually.
Strictly
to do it.
ballroom. Strictly ballroom.
We're trying to talk Sen into do. Imagine Sen Dog doing ballroom.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I can see that.
Were you gonna say something? See?
No.
Oh, you weren't gonna ask something?
No.
You
I was
looked
in
like you
awe.
had one in the chamber, but
No, I was in awe just because I've always wondered the same thing you just asked, Jesse. I was wondering, like, what was that schedule like? Because
man.
For us, we got that show in seasons of like one every week. So like how, I was always
Every week it was a new dance. It was we were recording. I did 22 episodes every year. I did 3 years. I was on from 84 to 87. Janet was only on 84 to 85 the first year.
there's a quick little.
But you know what's incredible? I realize now that she was already working on Control.
Right.
She was already starting to break away because she would talk about wanting to break out, and the fact she was really only doing the show because her father was a fan of the show, but that she was kind of like training. She was 18. She was the youngest cast member.
Right.
So you could tell there was something burning inside of
Something
her.
bubbling.
So by the time I was ending the show, she was already starting Control and shooting the music video. She used a lot of the dancers from Fame on her music videos of Control.
Hey, let me ask
All
you this: Did you guys? I know you guys did like a national live tour of the show, right?
Fame?
Yeah.
There was a bunch of international ones. They did one out in the Middle East. They did one in London.
That was bringing it like to the stage,
that
yes?
was bringing it to the stage. But by the time I got on the show, we were syndicated.
Yeah.
Because, NBC canceled Fame after the first season.
Huh.
So the rest of the time, we were in syndication. So we made TV history by being the first original show to be produced in syndication, because usually they were reruns.
Oh, that's
Wow.
right.
So we broke the mold,
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Damn.
But
that's
we
sick.
were all, but we were low budget. We were low because of that. We were low budget.
But it was dope, though.
But it was great. Yeah.
The way it was presented was pretty dope.
It was great. So we had to do these at that time. The way you would sell television is you'd go sell territories. So we'd go to the Midwest, and since we were a performing show, we do live stage shows. So we do live stage shows, promote Fame. Meanwhile, the territory was buying the next season. So I learned a lot about television syndication at that time, just paying attention.
Yeah.
So it was crazy the way it was being slung. Out in San Antonio, Texas, where I'm from, my grandmother couldn't watch it because the time slot was hee-haw.
It was too late, right?
It was hee-haw. It was Texas, Papa.
Oh, yeah,
so they
that's
were
right.
like,
Yeah.
we don't know no Mexicans and blacks around here in our TV. Chale.
Hee-haw, yeah.
Hee-haw is where we're going.
That was like the okey doke laughing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that taught me a lot about, the cultural wars also in syndication, right?
Yeah.
Your audience is here, but if the seller don't want to sell there, then
yeah, it's not going nowhere.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere. So that's where I was learning. Oh, okay. There's control factors here.
There's a process.
And how can I then get to my audience? How can I cut the middleman out? But that's where you find out that entertainment is a business and an industry. You're like, oh, okay, yep, I got it.
Yeah, when you're that young as you guys were in your
We're artists.
early 20s.
We're artists, bro. We're working on our
Yeah.
art. We're not
Yeah.
working on our business necessarily, right? We're working on how good can I be my truth.
And realistically, in your 20s, you don't really know how the business works. You're just an artist at that point trying to do the art, whether it's, you're an actor, comedian, or entertainer of some sort, even athlete or, musician. You're going based off of the passion at that point. You don't know the business. When you learn the business, that's when you know you're going to stay in it or not.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Because all the shit that you're going to go through is going to be like, is this too much?
Your people that are handling you, they don't want you to worry about the business at that point when you're early on. No, we don't want you to
That's
worry
their
about it.
business.
And that's the problem.
That's
That's
their
the
business.
problem.
You have to learn the
Yeah.
business as hard as it might be. That way it doesn't break you later.
Exactly. So then when you find out later, like, oh, so they were telling me this and this was going on, and then
baby.
yeah.
And
yeah.
at that point, then it becomes a hustle, and it becomes it's not very artistic. You know what I mean? It becomes about understanding greed, and it becomes about understanding that art, and this was something they told me, and I never really bought into it. But now I see that I sacrificed my financial success for an artistic success. But that's what I wanted. So now when I look back, I go, okay, I didn't make $1 million. I made someone else $1 million, so I know that my shit works. But I also left gems, cultural gems, for the next generation to build on. Cultural gems that now, in the here and now we can do business. So now this round table here, the fact, you saw how I reacted when I met you, Carnal. So that's real. Same here. We've known each other and run in the same circles for 30 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
But when we get together, when I saw you at one of Block's parties, dude, and we were all hanging out, you saw the vatos that were there.
Yeah.
Ross, me, you.
Yeah.
These are all people that have committed themselves to a certain authentic cultural truth in the artistic world that has come with sacrifices. Because
Absolutely.
they don't want the real. Why did it take 30 years for Blood In, Blood Out to come out with this book? because the studio that made it still doesn't admit that they made it. And this is after making $1 billion
off of it,
off a $14 million write-off, man. That's business.
It's thankless. Right? It's a thankless business.
It's a thankless business because there is a certain cultural perception, and you're right. They don't want us knowing where the numbers and cents go. That's the whole battle. If you listen to even Snoop Dogg did a great little IG drop where he talked about, and he's not an actor, but he was talking about why are the actors on strike and why is there something going on with streaming. And he said it real simple in his vernacular, and it was like, look, just because I don't know how you're robbing me doesn't mean I don't know that I'm being robbed. Right. And as an artist, I see my face. Dude, I see how many times this movie's been watched. I did the math on a DVD sale. Yeah. I did, we're not dummies. After 40 years in the business, we know how to count. We depend on it to.
Well, they don't want you to count.
Exactly. No. They don't want us to count. But we learn because we're from the barrio. I know how to count.
Well, I mean, record companies sometimes will, if they owe you a royalty, they might withhold it for a while until you have some representation calling asking for it.
But don't you know when it's not there?
Yeah, we know. Yeah. I mean, but back in the day when you didn't know, sometimes they would let it run on you, depending on the label, until you had someone calling about that, like, hey, this quarter is up and royalties are due. They haven't came yet.
Okay,
what is the holdup?
So then what we understand as cultural artists, right, is that's a control.
Absolutely.
That's a control mechanism.
Yeah.
It's not just financial, and you can say, well, that's the business, and they're greedy, and that's how it works. It's like, okay, I don't mind that, but I see other stories, other storytellers, other cultures getting the lift. Mm-hmm. When we're telling the real and you want to learn how to sell to my raza because they're the largest demographic. In my lifetime, they've been touting the Latino wave, the cultural wave, the black, brown power, all the unity of cultural and diverse stories, which is part of the American narrative. Okay, you're going to make money off that, but you don't want us to participate? Okay, now there's something else going on. Now you're dealing with a different onda I don't know where you're coming from. Because if you pay attention to our numbers, if you pay attention to our sales, you'll understand that we have the ear of our raza. We have the ear of our audience. And if you just play ball with us, you'd be so much more authentic in terms of what comes out. I mean, I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but the fact that everything's now coming out on streaming and the rise of the streaming powers like Netflix and all of that, a lot of the stuff is mediocre. It's mediocre.
Some of the shit is.
You got some stuff coming from Latin America and from other countries and stuff, the Asian market that, man, you're like, wow, this is the kind of stuff we should be doing here. But they don't want the real, man. They don't. It's too real.
Well, they always have to embellish a story. I mean, that's how they get people to watch. You know what I mean? You tell something too authentic, it might not have that roller coaster ride journey that they look for in keeping asses at the theaters or in seats or on TV.
But don't they trust us as artists?
No.
I mean, exactly. No. Exactly. And that's another control mechanism, right? It's like, oh, well, you don't really know.
Well, that's
you don't know this. No, but I know this art.
I think that's why you see.
I know what I do.
I think that's why you see more people doing independent shit, so that they don't have that have to deal with that sort of crap with some of the big studios.
I did these films with Benjamin Bratt right after his brother Peter Bratt had just graduated NYU Film School when he saw Blood In, Blood Out. It had just come out. He got inspired and he goes, man, I'm writing some scripts for you vatos. So he wrote this film called Follow Me Home. It was a hit in 95 at the Sundance Film Festival, right? But it was about 4 artists of color, me, Benjamin Bratt as my cousin, and we paint murals, right? We paint murals. We're going to the White House to paint a mural of our ancestors on the White House. It's a publicity stunt, right? Talk about Fargo, your favorite show, dude. You remember the Steve Rivas? He was the Native American Indian in all leather in Fargo in the movie.
I didn't see the movie. I've been watching the
The
TV
series.
version,
Okay, so
the
in the
series,
movie,
yeah.
he's really well known for that. He was also in Last of the Dogmen and one of the Geronimos. Steve
Yeah.
Rivas, really well known.
Yeah.
But he was he was a Native American and an African American, all in a van, and we paint murals. But we're gonna go to the White House and paint a mural of our ancestors. He was talking about race, talking about all kinds of stuff, and we get jumped by some Trumpsters. You can call them Trumpsters now, in the middle of the country, because they're reenacting some Civil War shit, right?
Right.
And they see us driving through their town, and they jump us. It's really about the themes, right? So I did that movie with him, Inspired, Independent World. Never got seen because it was in the independent world.
'Cause it's in the independent world.
Then we did La Misión, which was independent 15 years later. So the best work that I've... Mi Vida Loca was, for all intents and purposes, independent.
Right.
Allison Anders, I mean, that was a very small company that produced it, right? Cineville, I think they were called, Cineville.
Yeah.
So you know the best, the most authentic work. I mean, this probably could have been independent.
Yeah.
When you look at the budget of it.
Definitely could have been.
The big studios,
15 mil?
Yeah, the big studios, they rather put their money on remaking something and not really be creative.
They ran out of
They
ideas.
ran out of ideas.
Superheroes,
and
bro.
and
Comic
I mean,
books.
Thanks
me a break.
to the one thing I think streaming has been good for is exposing people to a lot of these independent films, because they can go straight to the streaming source.
Yeah.
And then people could see it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been good. 'Cause I've discovered some gems.
Things break
Yeah.
from there now. You know what I mean? Meaning, like, you know, it doesn't have to be like in the theater for it to become a hit. It could come out on one of the streaming services and be a hit.
Well, you know, the pandemic finally let the cat out of the bag, right? Which is, you're spending a large amount of your entertainment budget on putting it out in the movie theaters when everybody's watching it on their devices, you know? And they didn't want us to know that because they make billions in making digital prints at the theater, right? They make billions off of that, and they control those theaters. Well, when the theaters shut down and they had to go to streaming to keep their audience, they realized, oh, now they're trying to creep back to the theater, but you don't really need to see it at the theater. It's going to go to your device. It's going to go to your streaming. So that's kind of let the cat out of the bag, that you don't really need that.
You don't need the big bang.
You need the big bang. But now the new control is, are you with one of the streaming platforms, right?
Yeah, if you're one of the big dogs.
So
yeah.
I think that the real and the new is going to be that gray area, like open source. Remember, like open source when the internet first started? So you're going to just say, as an independent, like Be Real TV. Why do we need that if we can just hit our audience? And, you know, that's something that I'm trying to work towards, but it takes the commitment of the rest of my peers, right?
Right.
The rest of my Latino peers, and I got to say, look, we got to take it, because you realize when they see that we have an independent movement, an independent audience, they're going to come after us. They're going to try to shut us down or buy us out.
Or try to milk the ideas.
You know, but at this point, it's a gray area.
Yeah.
So I think you could spend 4 or 5 years building an independent platform that's producing straight raza stories, straight stories that are authentic and real, independent of that studio voice and influence.
I think the key is just to keep and stay independent.
Stay
Almost,
independent.
because the minute that
The
these
commitment.
studios will buy
You
up,
know what? I'll tell you what.
They're gonna come.
The minute some of the independent companies find good financing where they don't have to you know, give up like 3/4 of the movie to the studio to get it done, you're gonna see a lot more genius work come out.
And I thought that Netflix was going to head that way, because, you know, they were starting to produce independently. You know what I mean? But I think at that point they had an identity crisis, because for the longest times they were outsiders,
Yeah.
right? The studios didn't want to do business with them.
Right.
And they were always losing titles, because when the membership would come up, Netflix is like, and they'd go, well, actually, you're making money and you're kicking our ass, so we're going to charge you more for these titles.
And if it wasn't for
Netflix
these
is-
streaming services,
It became a war,
the-
yeah.
The movies would have no place to just be. You know what I mean? Like it's the way that that records sell on back catalog through digital, right? They exist somewhere that you can go to, like any one of these streaming services. If the movie, I guess the studios realized this. At first, they didn't want it because they felt like it took away from the actual movie and ticket sales and all that stuff. But in the end, all those movies that get made are on a streaming service or another, because once it dies off in the theater, it has life on streaming service, and it might blow up again there, or actually do better there than it did in the theater.
Okay, can I tell you that I was Nostradamus? I knew about that back in the 90s. When they offered me Blood In, Blood Out, VHS had just come out.
Oof.
Well, I was, I'm from the barrio in San Antonio, so I go home, and they can't afford to take all the family to the movies. So what would they do? They would go rent videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw something. I went, oh, my God, this is like movies for the poor people. I love it. So I said to myself, okay, if I do the math, even if this movie doesn't make it, if I get a piece of every video cassette that gets rented, and all of my people in San Antonio watch it, and everyone in LA watches it, no one else watches it, I'll still get a little check, right? I was trying to look for what they call now back-end participation, right?
Right.
Almost like a royalty, right?
Yeah.
Well, of course, Disney said, who do you think you are? They said, you ain't Kevin Costner. They said, They said, nope, you don't get that.
Your skin was too brown, Papa.
Yeah, baby. But I knew that it was going to live on in its afterlife, right? In its afterlife. So even if it didn't make it at the theaters, which it didn't, because it was released as Bound by Honor, and it was a deliberate sabotage of the theatrical release.
But think about it like this. Again, we said this last time. It's a cult classic. It's like Scarface. Scarface bombed in the box office, but that became a cult classic. I mean, everybody can quote lines from Scarface like they can quote lines from Blood In, Blood Out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think the most quoted line is that you ever heard? For me, it's always, I don't want his chop. I want his life.
So when we showed the movie the other night at Cal State and that part came up, man, everybody in the audience went, ooh.
Because it was a cold line.
That's cold.
That was good writing. Hey, I want to take a second to congratulate our big bro DJ Muggs. Sundance just opened first weekend, and DJ Muggs had his viewing of his independent film, Death Valley. Which is a dope piece. I got a chance to see it. He sent it to me.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hey, that's directed by Jason Goldwatch, right?
Yeah, salute to Goldwatch.
Yep.
Congratulations to Goldwatch.
Dude, shout out to Juggy that just did the party with DJ Muggs over at Sundance.
Nice.
Over the weekend. Yeah. Soul Assassins.
Soul Assassins all day. It's a pretty trippy piece.
Yeah, it was cool. I went to that premiere. I think you guys were on tour.
Yeah, we were on tour.
You guys were on tour when they did the premiere, but it was dope.
Yeah, so now he's doing viewings. He's been like, knocking it down, going different places and showing the movie. It's pretty dope. It's a trip.
Yeah.
The way that they put that together, man. If you're on some psychedelics, boy, it'll trip you out. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Psychedelics.
Shrooms.
Yeah.
Optional.
Shrooms optional. Shoot. It's so trippy. You don't probably even got to take them.
I love it.
Today's National Celebration of Life Day.
Pura vida.
It's like everybody's birthday today.
Alive.
Today is everybody's birthday, according to the National Celebration Day. So we're celebrating everybody's life.
I love it.
It's also National Blonde Brownie Day. Ooh, about that. You like blonde brownies?
Ooh, those are good.
I like the very dark ones. But
Yeah, I like the dark brownies myself.
Yep.
I don't mind both.
I don't mind them.
I don't mind either one. I just prefer.
I'm not really a brownie guy.
See, that looks like a big chocolate chip cookie, which I'm all about.
You know, a brownie is very complicated because for me, it can't be too rich or too dry.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's got to be somewhere in the middle.
It's the fine line.
Yes. Because when it's too rich, I cannot have it.
Yeah, they can definitely be too
Need
rich.
milk.
Ooh,
Big time.
big time. More milk
More milk.
or something. Serious. Hey, let me ask you guys this. and everybody could, think about this. Was there a song or an artist? Because I asked this on Twitter last night, and I got a huge response, right? And I'm going to say an example like I did on Twitter, but was there a song or an artist that was not on your radar that you didn't know about, that a friend or family member put you onto and you became an immediate huge fan of? For me, it was, we were on tour with Busta Rhymes somewhere, or doing a show with Busta Rhymes, and he kept talking about this kid named Slim Shady, and he was quoting lines from the song Slim Shady. I'm like, who's that? He goes, oh, it's this kid Eminem, Dre's working with him, and all this, right? And I finally heard the song, the lead song, and I was blown away. I mean, I had heard about him through the freestyle circuit, but I wasn't really thinking about it because, there's so many artists that have come out, you're a fan of whatever or peers with at for me, right? And he put me on to Eminem. And when I heard him, I was like, oh, man, this dude is the business. So, that's someone that someone put me on to that I've been a fan ever since. Like, to me, he's top 3 on my list.
Hell yeah.
So, how about you, C-?
I'd say the homie Four Eyes, he put me on to Salt, which is he was like, hey man, it's funny because we were just talking about Salt is this group in the UK that they're kind of anonymous, except there's some known members of them, but they create hip hop, soul, jazz, avant-garde, orchestral, it's a brilliant collective of artists and musicians, and it's some of the best music, to this day. I've been listening to it for the last 4 years, and it's music that will stick with me. And the homie Four Eyes, he put me on to that. So
all right.
So yeah, that's
How about you, Bobo?
That's a good one.
Kendrick Lamar, actually. Julio G had been talking about Kendrick Lamar, and this is when he had Section 80 out.
Oh. Yeah.
And he says, yo, man, this kid, So I was listening a little bit, and then he was playing at the Key Club. Probably the last time that he played the Key Club. And it was packed. Everybody knew the lyrics, and I did not know one song. I never heard anything, but man, this guy is killing it. Stage presence was on point. Everything was on point, and this was pre-Dre, anything like that. This was underground,
Yeah.
And it was Kendrick.
Word up. How about you, Jesse?
Yeah, man, that must have been great to see him like that.
Yeah.
My homeboy, Bruce Beatty, he was in Colors. Remember, he was in the Clica with Trini and Colors.
Yeah.
Then he was also in, he played Cube's father in Straight Outta Compton. So that actor, Bruce Beatty, we went to California Institute of the Arts acting school together. Me, him, and Don Cheadle used to run together. So Bruce was always ahead of the game, dude. But he introduced me to Cardi B, dude, before she blew up.
Really?
And he was, man, you got to listen to her. I used to see her on Love and Hip Hop, la, 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 la. And what was it? Red Bottoms, which is that first one?
Yeah,
she
Red
did?
Bottoms, yeah.
And then she did it in Spanish, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, Bruce, what's up? And he goes, well, I got Latinos in my family too, but I've always. So yeah, man, when he first introduced me to Cardi B, this was before she blew up.
Yeah,
I
she
was
popped it off.
So impressed, man.
Yeah.
So impressed.
How about you, Cali Blaze?
I'll go back probably further. My old neighbor, he was Trinidadian dude, and played Supercat for me. Ghetto Red Hot.
Yeah.
First time, and it wasn't on the radio yet. So this dancehall was real big in New York, but this hadn't hit the radio yet. So you hear something instantly, God damn, that's a banger.
Classic.
That was it, and I stayed a big fan too for.
And that was a classic.
Ghetto Red Hot. Man.
Yeah, and that whole album was ridiculous.
Supercat was
Heavy D, everything. It was just a great album.
Dude, the Salam Remy remix, the hip hop mix, that was
Oh yeah, man. That was a song right there. Way. Any club you went into, if they played dance hall at any portion and that came on.
Oh yeah.
Dance season.
He was Bobby
Pop.
Condors too.
Yep.
I used to love the dance.
Bobby Condas. He was on. He was in New York on Hot 97.
Yeah.
On Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was a white dude too. Yeah.
He always played the freshest reggae hip hop
He
stuff.
did. Yep.
Yeah. Salute Bobby
And
Condors.
Jabba. That's what it was. Jabba and Bobby Condas.
Hey, what would you do if you got stuck on a flight? I mean, stuck in the bathroom for a whole flight.
Ah.
Because apparently this dude got stuck in the bathroom the entire flight in India or to India.
You know what?
That's
How many
18 hours,
That's
isn't it?
terrible.
Something crazy like that.
Something crazy like that.
18 hours?
Well,
But nobody could.
he wouldn't have to wait in the line to go to the bathroom.
That's the only plus.
That's the only plus.
But you can't eat or drink because the door's stuck.
Yeah.
Like what you gonna do?
Jeez.
Like Chuck.
What you gonna do?
And you gotta sit to sleep.
Yeah.
There's no way to get any food or drink to this person.
No.
I'm sure that air isn't gonna be great.
It's
dude.
only bearable if nobody's been in there. If you were the first one in there.
Right.
If you were the 10th, 11th one in there.
You'd be trying to
nasty.
kick the door
Oh,
down,
yeah.
but then
Oh, yeah.
you'd be facing criminal charges.
Yeah.
And you can't be drinking that faucet water from the bathroom.
No, you
Right?
cannot.
It tells you don't
potable.
drink
It tells you no.
Yeah.
It tells you. You
Not
gotta
for
be
human
told.
consumption.
Yeah.
Blaze, you got to be told.
What's that?
You
Yeah.
gotta-
No, I'm just
no,
telling
Don't
you.
drink the
They
water.
got
Yeah,
to
not drink the water.
You ain't got to tell me
They
that
gotta-
crap, man. No way.
You got to put up a sign, man.
I ain't even drinking the water they bring me. Unless
I'm
it's in a
drinking
bottle.
it.
They're too cheap to put a filtration system on there, so you know.
So
you
so
cannot.
Don't
so
drink
you
the
think-
water.
You think that it's probably wise to, when you go to the bathroom in an airplane, to bring a bottle of water with you just in case?
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
in case.
Yeah, just
You
in
never know.
Yeah.
You never know. That dude didn't. I wonder if it was his first piss he went to take, or whatever
That's what I'm
movement,
saying, yeah.
if you will. And
Where
then
was he going?
It's
India.
India.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
The 37-year-old man says he was traumatized, dazed, and injured as he was thrown around the inside of the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's no,
And there was turbulence.
there's
And
no-
there was
there's-
turbulence.
There's no,
Yeah.
There's no
There's no
seatbelt.
seatbelt on the shitter, son.
And there was turbulence.
Man.
Oh, that's horrible, man.
That's splashback.
That's
Oh,
not
you
good.
got the
Yeah.
splashback.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, what if
That's
it's the
not
blue water too? It's like,
Yeah.
any kind of the water.
Yeah. Ugh. That blue water got on your shirt.
I bet
Oh,
you had a
yeah.
shitty
Right
flight.
can't sleep.
Damn.
What?
Oh my God.
I'm here all night.
The return engagement.
I got
Man,
a residency.
I'd be pissed off though. I mean, I'd be asking for a refund for my seat. I didn't get a chance to sit in it.
There you go.
Oh, there would definitely
more
be
than
some-
that. Yeah.
You giving me some money on the
Yeah.
settlement. I'm
Yeah.
traumatized. I got PTSD from having to sit
Yeah.
in the
Dude.
bathroom and get tossed.
I would be playing that card.
Oh.
I'm gonna be traumatized.
Hell yeah. I wouldn't be
It
able
was
to.
traumatic.
I got the twitches and all that kind of thing. Look at me.
What did he say? Traumatized, injured, and what else? What was it?
Yeah.
Upset. What was it? There was 3 things that happened to him.
He was,
Traumatized.
he says, traumatized, dazed, and injured.
Dazed.
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 Dazed from getting
Dazed.
tossed around in the
Dazed.
bathroom.
Oh my
And
God.
injured from.
Been dazed and confused
Man.
all the way to
Don't worry though, they
India.
they tried to leave him a note.
Oh, they try to leave.
They left him a
Oh.
note, slipped it right under the door.
We tried our best.
Sir,
Sir, we tried our best. You're fucked.
sir.
You're gonna have to wait here
However,
until we laugh.
what did I tell you, Mom? My dad used to say, whatever happens, don't panic.
We're
How long was that?
They should have underlined not.
how many minutes?
Do not.
In a few minutes. So please close the commode lid and sit on it
I would literally kick that
Wait,
door down.
what
and
the
secure
hell?
yourself.
You wouldn't be able to kick it down.
That little skinny door.
There's not
definitely.
enough. I don't think you would.
Engineer will come.
I don't think.
We repeat, do not panic.
I don't think you would have enough momentum for that type.
I
of
think
kick
he
like-
panicked. Yeah.
It's flimsy, that little
I think he
door.
panicked.
I know it's flimsy, but I don't know if you could get enough range of motion to get enough force unless you got
Strong
that.
legs.
Do you think he went 0G for a second?
No.
I don't know.
He went 0G. With
That would have been
Imagine.
awful for him if that had. If that
Houston, we have a problem.
And they said,
Yeah.
close the lid
Close
of
the
the
lid.
commode
No.
and sit on it.
You know he didn't listen.
I would have put my
yourself.
finger under
Yeah.
the door and be like, yes, sit on this.
You,
Sit on
there's no space for that.
and secure yourself.
It's horrible.
You could write them back a
know
note with a
about
finger, like,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
hey, can you
Sit on this. Please.
I don't know about that story. I think that's an elaboration, man, like we talked about. That's a writer's elaboration. Dazed.
It would be awful if that did happen, though.
Said, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to vape in here.
Let's just say you're on a 14-hour, 15-hour flight, and 2 hours in, you get stuck in the the shitter.
I mean, think about it. You could blaze up because they couldn't get to you. So
that's if you had something with you.
Yeah.
Chances are you're not.
You don't go to the bathroom with something? I always go to the bathroom. I'm always packing. Just in case I get stuck.
You do the method.
Just in case
You
I
do
get
that.
stuck.
I got you.
One time in an elevator, I got stuck. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck.
Gotta be calm.
Don't get stuck.
Don't get
Man.
stuck.
Moments of ohms.
I mean, the thing is, like, in an elevator, would you rather be stuck in a bathroom in the airplane or in an elevator?
Oh, yeah.
Elevator.
Definitely.
You rather be
You
stuck
can
in
do
an elevator?
yoga in an elevator.
Yeah, dude, you have more room in an elevator.
But I think
There's
man,
no
what if-
shit in an elevator.
Really?
I'll
Right.
ride the elevator too.
Yeah.
Will that elevator just drop like how it is,
How
like
about
in
a
the
plane?
movies, like
And you got no belt.
you know?
No, it goes up. It's supposed to hit the roof, right? It's supposed
Well, you
to.
would jump right before it.
See, Linus, he's been through this before.
I've been through this in my head.
You shoot up and smash into the roof. You
Yeah.
don't go down and smash in the ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you watch Aliens?
That part.
Yeah.
You don't go up, you go down.
Yeah.
No, you go down. How is it?
You go up.
What
Okay.
goes up?
Gotcha.
Now, that's when you want your vape pen in your pocket. Right?
Yes.
It's different kind of physics, baby.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm gonna take the stairs.
Right
for
here
sure.
it says a 30-year-old bottle of the Emerald Island or Emerald Isles whiskey sold at an auction for $2.8 million. Some whiskey.
Whiskey.
Are you drinking that?
30?
Are you opening that? or
Look
not
at that. It
drinking
looks
that?
like it's a great
Aw.
presentation. I might have to take a sip just to know what
It's 30?
Hey, is that what's the watch?
it's
long
yeah,
was it
let's
aged?
see. It's a 30-year-old bottle.
Wow.
Look at that egg.
A 30-year-old bottle of the Emerald Isle whiskey.
Well, once it's open,
It's done.
is it gonna be messed up?
Yeah.
After a while?
Well, I mean, you ain't gonna sell it again because you've opened it.
30,000?
Yeah.
No, 2.3 million.
Oh, 2 million? Oh,
No, it's
Ew.
30 years.
Yeah,
30
30
years.
years.
Oh, sorry.
That's probably how it
2.8
aged.
2.8 million.
2.8 million for a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
I'm wondering, does the guy who bought it in the auction pop it? I would.
That's what I'm-
Well, it depends
do
what
it.
you
Same.
bought
Hey.
it for.
Yeah.
If look, if you bought that, you got a lot
Got
of
to
money.
taste
Yeah.
it.
You got,
Yeah.
If
And
you bought it for
You can
a
afford
few
to
months-
taste it.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
There you go.
if you bought it as an
you
investment to look at
Is that
another
homie?
bottle-
That's
yeah,
him.
he's
Ah.
tasting.
Oh, yeah. He's
Oh,
tasting
he's
it.
That's a
drinking.
shot
Oh,
right there.
he's
He's talking
drinking.
like
Just took one right now.
Listen,
Yep.
He's drinking that.
2.8 million.
And
huh?
look at
getting
the other one
lit.
he paid $2 million for next to it. Look
Yeah,
at that.
probably.
That one I
Hey.
paid $2 million.
Hey, math guy,
Yeah.
what's the number on the shot? Like let's
Per
just
shot?
say he does a single shot. What's that shot worth?
I
Like
don't know
per
how many
shot?
shots are in that bottle.
What's the, you're saying how,
It's a
how, how
Yeah, he's
much-
trying to break down.
Yeah, you know, like
2
if you went,
million.
if they had that
Looks like
on
a
their-
normal bottle of scotch.
I
So
think
it's
it's
what-
if they had
20,000.
if they had it at an upscale bar,
Mhm.
top shelf,
Yeah.
what would it cost per shot?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
That's the question.
What they can
35?
charge or what they cost? Because their cost, I'm guessing what? Let's say how many shots? An ounce per shot? Like what is a shot?
Let's
1
just
ounce?
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many ounces is that bottle?
It's look like a regular size.
How many ounces does it show?
Let me look this
Yeah.
up.
So that's how many ounces you do a 1 ounce shot. Just divide it by
By
that.
30, yeah.
There you go. So
Times
if it's
30,
30,
yeah.
yeah.
So you don't think he's sipping like
Or
Andre?
divide.
I think it's probably at least
Like
50,000 a shot is my
Fifty-
guess.
50,000 a shot.
Yeah, I'm guessing somewhere around there. Cost.
All right, so he's not.
I was gonna say $35.
You know, like if you're gonna share that with a friend, they better be one of your bestest
Yep.
friends.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because
And an appreciator of
$50,000 shot.
Easy.
of
Easy.
whiskey.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Might be more than that.
That's the billionaire boys club type of business right there, boy.
Damn, that homeboy.
Or you're gonna be one of them big time producers like Robert Evans.
Right.
He would share a shot like that with one of his dates. Just a date.
Yeah.
That's the date, huh?
Here, take a shot at 50,000. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was a
take a
baller
shot at
like
this.
that.
Yeah, Robert Evans.
Oh, that's who they made a show about. I saw. What was that series?
bro.
Oh, you're talking about the
Kid
made the
Notorious.
Godfather.
Didn't know
Talk
English
about
dude.
Eminem, dude. Kid Notorious. Remember, he was
Well, the kid stays in the picture, right? It was
Kid stays
Was
in the
that what it
picture,
was about?
dude.
Yeah.
Produced Love Story,
The one with Robert
Godfather,
Evans?
Yep.
right?
Yeah, that was the
Robert
offer.
Evans.
Yeah, the offer.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Jaime Peralta, my homeboy. He used to protege with him.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the depiction of him in the offer was amazing by that actor. That was hilarious.
And he was
did a
English
great
too, right?
job.
Like an English actor or
so.
something like that
Yeah.
too. Yeah, it was a good. That was a good one. They
Yeah.
played him to the T.
Hey guys, did you know on this day in 1931, the legendary and late great Sam Cooke was born? Rest in peace.
Hell yeah!
Happy birthday.
Hold on, I'm coming.
No, that's not him.
I know. Look like him.
Oh my God, that was the best.
That's totally
I saw.
different.
Look, I saw. It's
That's
gonna
Sam
come.
and Dave.
No, there you go. But I saw it in the corner gonna come.
A change is gonna come.
Hold on, I'm coming.
That's all I saw. Sam
Yes.
and
It's just
Moving on.
it's just a personal thing. Then.
Moving on. Did you know? In 1949, on this day, the legendary Steve Perry from Journey was born.
Hell yeah.
Happy
dude.
birthday, Steve.
And make me cry.
He turned 74.
74. He started
Damn.
singing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got.
Hopefully he
Never
get with.
stopped.
Hopefully he would get with Journey
Yeah, I mean.
and do
Do it one more time.
One more time. Let homeboy, you know, let the
Wheel
guy
in the sky keeps on turning.
See, you
let the guy who replaced him, you know, let him fall back for a
No.
minute and let
Sing
Goes-
harmony, mijo. Sing harmony. Yeah.
There you go. That's an idea.
Pay him homage.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Kneel to the
Right.
master and sing harmony.
right.
for
I
him.
agree with that.
Yeah,
1,000%.
baby. Come on.
Did you know? On this day in 1959, Buddy Holly made his last recording in a New York City apartment with only one tape recorder and an acoustic guitar, just one day before his passing.
I love how they gonna.
But you know he was from Texas, right?
Yeah.
why are they gonna
Lubbock,
put Weezer,
Texas.
Buddy Holly on that picture? And it's about. I mean,
No, come
like,
on.
Because they
bro.
sang about him. Because the video. Because
just like
Buddy Holly. Oh, and you're married, Tyler Moore.
All right.
You guys doing a lot.
Body
I don't give a fuck what they say.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my remix. Yeah, Buddy Holly was dope, man. If he had lived a little bit longer, he would have had a great run.
Oh, yeah.
Classic songwriter.
Classic rock and roll.
From Lubbock, Texas.
Love it, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas.
It was
Big
him.
old statue of him there.
Oh yeah, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, C?
It was him, Richie Valens, and what, Big Bopper?
The Big Bopper, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello, baby.
It's the Big Bopper.
Yup. Did you know on this day in 1965, DJ Jazzy Jeff was born? Happy birthday to the
Yeah.
legendary one.
That's Jeff.
One of the greatest to ever do it, man.
Away, baby.
True that.
Salute Jazzy Jeff.
And on this day in 1965, Steven Adler, drummer for Guns N' Roses, former drummer of Guns N' Roses, was born.
Hey,
Happy birthday, Steve.
dude, listen to him on that first, the Appetite for Destruction.
killing it.
He is a badass.
Hey,
He's a
he got his legs back though. Like he can kill it now.
Yeah, he came back.
Came back. Salute to him. You know, shows you what a person is capable of if you put your mind to it.
Well, talent don't fade, right?
Yeah.
Talent don't fade. Our
Well, he had
skills,
a
if we don't
stroke.
keep it up, you know?
He also had a stroke.
Yeah.
You know, from a lot of drug abuse, cocaine, and all that.
Drugs.
He was on it.
And he
for a minute.
came back.
Sure
You know what I
did.
mean? Like people kind of wrote his ass off, and he came. back. The human spirit is strong.
Hey,
What was
That's
the show on him? What was it? MTV? Was it Celebrity Rehab?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was bad on that.
Yeah,
boy.
he was.
He was still struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good now.
Yeah, hey,
that was always a hard show to watch because
Yeah.
sometimes they were some of your heroes.
some of your heroes seeing them struggle. That was you want to be vulnerable. That's vulnerable
Yeah.
right there.
God bless
boy.
them, and that's where I would give them props. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, I know you're doing this so that people can see.
Yeah, like when
But it's good to see them bounce back.
when our homie was on there, Peter, he passed away. He was a great actor. He was He was on Saving Private Ryan with Tom Hanks. His name is escaping me right now, but he was a big Cypress man. You
talking about Tom Sizemore?
Tom Sizemore.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Watching him on TV was a struggle because it was like you could see him struggling, and he's actually a good dude. He just had a lot of demons.
Very
in his
talented, man. You know, but like all of us, right? We're geniuses. We're mad geniuses, man.
True that.
But don't let the mad take over. Let the genius take.
Let the genius take over. Did you know? In 1983, MTV started broadcasting to the West Coast after 2 years on there. So they were holding out on us for 2 years before they popped it off to us. So East Coast got it first. I mean, it makes sense because I mean it's based on the East Coast MTV on this day.
What year was it?
1983.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah,
That is so crazy.
Crazy, right?
That we were around to see the beginnings of this.
Yep.
True that.
Right.
Oh, we saw the very beginnings of it.
Yeah.
Did you know? On this day in 1990, Logic was born. Logic. Happy birthday, Logic.
Yeah, dude.
He is another talented human being, man.
Yeah, he's got some bars.
Bars.
Yeah.
Bar work is incredible.
He was doing work with Madlib last I heard.
Word. Did you know? On this day in 1999, Eminem dropped the video for My Name Is from his album, The Shady Bunch. Salute to that. Classic album.
Classic video.
Classic video.
From what album?
From
His first album. Whatever.
My Name Is, the album, The Shady Bunch. What it says. Right here.
There's no Sadie Bunch.
I know that. Come on. Whoever's getting that together.
That was the
My
Slim
name is-
Shady LP.
Slim Shady
Yeah,
LP.
that's way different than the
Yeah.
Sadie Bunch.
Yeah, that's a little different.
You see the type of writing I'm getting here,
My
people?
goodness gracious.
See what I'm working with?
See what I'm working with?
I got the Brady Bunch theme song stuck in my head.
Oh, my God.
The Shady Bunch.
The Shady Bunch.
Jesus.
That's the way
That would
it
be
is.
funny though, right? Think
Yeah.
of that knockoff.
Shady
God damn it, Bolton.
Like a Bobo caught that.
That's not even his
I'm
fault.
like, what?
He didn't write the story. Or did you write that story?
No, I didn't write it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
He didn't write it. He don't do that.
That's shady.
Anyway,
You don't
yeah.
know how to write.
Well.
Just kidding.
Well, no, it's
I-
just that was extra information on there. And I'll read the whole damn thing. You know what I mean? I'll read it. It's right there in front of me.
Yeah.
You try to clown
Turn
me
page
up there?
now.
You try to clown me up there? Ha!
Yeah, Dom, hit that button on yourself that you be using all.
Oh,
Yeah. Good job.
Somebody wrote it.
All right. Before we go any further, let's do this.
Hey, how's it going? This is Michelle here at Dr. Greenthumb's LAX. This week we're highlighting the Zotix brand, in which we have two strains, the blue guava and the grape guava. If you're looking for an amazing tasting flower, I definitely recommend these two. So when you come in, definitely check out Zotix. We're located at 5494 West Sentinel Avenue, just 10 minutes from the airport. We're open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Now back to you guys at the studio.
Thank you very much. Check out our Dr. Greenthumb locations in California. We'll show you the address later. Now we will get into submissions.
What?
Submissions, 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 submissions.
All right, big shout to Snacks.
Nice hat.
Dude, look at him. Damn, he got
He's
his own
good.
hat.
He's killing it.
Steady and ready to drop bar position right there. He got his mic in front of him. He's ready to go. All right, Snacks, we see you.
All right, first submission, Blaze. You want to talk about this?
What is the food? Oh, yeah. That was the other night.
Bring it.
That's ribeye steak.
Ooh.
Chewy. Let me see.
Well, once
Mashed
again,
potato.
thanks for not bringing it.
Yeah, well, I ate it all. It's a tough one to bring in.
Yeah,
Damn,
of
look at
course.
potatoes.
I got a better one for Wednesday, yeah. Just some mashed potatoes, ribeye, chimichurri.
Mashed potatoes look great.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's some standard-ass canned peas, too. I can't lie, but I like them.
It's no problem.
They're
with
still
that, right?
sweet.
At least you
Yeah,
owned
nah.
up to it.
Yeah.
For as much as you get at
Of
people
course,
for
man.
putting canned food up in their deal.
No, I actually say that. I've been
Yeah, no, I know
since I was
that.
a kid, so I actually like it. So I'm used to it.
Some canned foods are right.
Yeah. Veggies.
We got Bree up in here showing off a little New York strip steak, some grilled asparagus with Parmesan cheese, seasoned potatoes, and garlic bread.
Cooked well. I like the way you
Wow.
That's good right
nice
there.
bread in the middle. That's good.
Man, the grilled asparagus.
Ooh, that,
Stanky piss.
that garlic bread.
No.
Like it's great.
Yeah, the bread's nice and
This is
toasty.
killing me right now. I gotta say.
Good work.
Good.
Colors are right.
Good plate.
Nice plate.
La Vava.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Yes. What'd you do?
Joint down. I got it.
For me, it was the food.
Shook him.
Yeah.
Shook him.
All right.
All right, next up in here, hold on, trying to get this to load. We got Jay up in here. Hold on, sorry, the computer kind of just froze on me right here.
Oh my God.
Sorry about that.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Hang on it.
Yeah, it's great.
Whatever happens.
Hang on
You
it,
know, I'm a
Corbin.
vegetarian, so all this meat is like porno to a priest, man.
Oh,
It's a great analogy right
Like
there,
I
man.
have to
Nice
go to
work.
confession after this.
Yeah, they torture
I
us.
can
for-
look, yeah.
They
But
torture-
you know, you know, I met this wonderful young lady, Tanya, and she was telling me about some incredible vegan places here in L.A.
Yeah.
Gracias Madre is one that's been around. You know, so there's some. LA's been always ahead of the game in terms
Yeah.
of vegetarian and vegan cooking, and you know,
And the
they've-
taste has gotten better too.
Yeah.
And a lot of
The options, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the options.
Well, now people are allowing the cuisine. You know, my old lady Valeria Hernandez, she cooked Tex-Mex for many years, and you know, she converted all our grandmother's old dishes, fideos and rice and beans, and all of that to vegetarian, vegan. So,
Wow. So being from San Antonio and they eat their barbecue out there.
that's barbecue, that's tacos al carbon,
All of
that's
that.
fajitas, right? All the fajitas, the strip steak.
All the things.
Ooh, that's
All
what
of
I
it.
say. It's like porno to a priest. I'm
Yeah.
looking around at a barbecue, at a barbacoa,
Good
going, what's
food out
going
there.
on?
Good food out there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back now. We got Jason up in here. He cooked some chili with some Wagyu beef. He's saying, guys, this is some of the best I've cooked.
Damn, look at that.
You heard that.
Of course they did. What
All
kind
right.
of beef?
What is it,
kind of
Wagyu?
beef in it?
Yeah, but you put a G in front of it. You said like Wagyu.
Yeah.
Wagyu.
You put the G first.
Look at that place like, yo, you
I heard
that,
that.
right?
Yep.
He was waiting to roll off that right there, bro.
Wagyu.
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 Sounds like a character in a
Grogu's brother.
Star Wars. Grogu's brother.
Grogu
This is
Wagyu.
Wagyu.
It's Wagyu and
How'd
Grogu.
you make a Star Wars joke?
Hey, bro, I'm off the top, you know.
He likes chili. Oddly enough.
He's pop.
And Jason's saying, I know some of you guys don't like sour cream, but everyone in the house cleaned their bowl.
Ooh,
But you put it on the side. You did the right thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Now I could take little
Yeah.
bits, you know,
Yeah.
and not over.
Bobo would
overdo
just
it.
scoop
I would
that
just
right
take
at
the big scoop and flick it.
You flick it to
gotta
the wall.
Flick it. See, that's
I
the
flick
disrespect.
it. Flick it to somebody.
Just put it on the side. Why you gotta
Flick it on the wall.
I'd flick it.
I will flick it on the wall. Don't ever give me this again.
And see, then you wonder why people have issues with you.
What do you do? You flick the sour cream on my wall.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
You could have just said, "I don't like sour cream," and
Don't,
put it in the
don't
trash.
invite him over anymore.
Flung on the
but-
mirror. Ready to go.
You are not welcome, sir.
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 I had the sour cream.
We got Karina up in here saying, yo, another year, another auto show installed. Day one of shenanigans, one lost shoe at the Lost and Found.
Aw.
Yeah.
Happens.
You know,
So they took it.
the shoe's on a journey, you know?
Hey, now it's a display item.
Look at that.
I'm gonna find my brother. I need my brother.
My twin.
She's showing off some LED after-hour repairs.
Get a milk carton and put the other shoe on it, the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Probably, I guess, for a display. Probably they're working on, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's dope.
What up, Karina?
What up?
We got Karina saying, little B roaming the dangerous aisles.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, paintballing, huh?
How you doing? Taking paintballing?
Stays on Chinese.
Yeah. Don pointed this out. We got it says Mirabelle.
Oh, instead
Could be Marbell's new name.
Oh, Mira.
And we got Karina showing off some barbecue dinner. We got some beef ribs, brisket, pork rib with some smoked beans and cheesy mac and cheese.
There you go.
I'm so jealous.
Beef rib looks good.
Yeah, it
Bring
does.
it. Good, son of beans.
It does.
You ain't wrong.
Beans.
Before I go to chow beef ribs.
Oh,
So good.
yeah.
Oof. Damn. Damn.
Man.
Just sea
We got to
salt.
do a Be Real TV Fogo night.
We do.
My stomach just heard you right there.
It just what? Your stomach was like what? Wow. All right.
We got a Mizzle 10 showing out the 89 Bay Bridge on Highway 880.
Oh yeah, when
there
it
you
went
go.
out.
That's when we were just talking about on Friday. Yep.
That happened
During the
on
World
Friday?
Series. No, that's from 1989. Yeah.
Oh, 1989. Jeez.
When that piece of the bridge flopped over.
It was just the anniversary of the Northridge one, right?
Yeah.
Last week.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a huge one.
That came up during
30 years, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at that, dude. Look at that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That just looked like.
Imagine being in the car, and that happened.
Dude,
Or if you were under that
True
when it fell.
Like you can see it like the ripple. It's just like it's waved out. You know what I mean?
That's why we were talking about who wants to be on these 50, 100-foot
Yeah, nobody.
platforms driving, because that happens. And
You're hoping to get off that immediately, but you know, if traffic is hitting, you're sort of stuck. All right.
We got Tap Out showing off, saying not Cali Blaze tier, but these are some of the best around the dispensaries in Arizona.
All right.
Okay. THC Diamonds.
So when this says infused, what is it?
Something added. Like infused, usually either terpenes or concentrates. It's usually a concentrate, but it could be infused with just terpenes. It just means something was added to it. Infused.
He's saying these joints even come with a little doob tube.
Oh, that's sick.
So don't stank.
I like my joints like my rucas, naked with nothing on them.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Right.
We got Ant up in here.
I
He's
like to
showing
be naked too.
Ant showing off a little Stoned Ape Theory.
That's pretty trippy.
That is trippy.
Yeah, he's thinking about a lot of things right there.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening.
There's a lot of things going
He's
on.
figuring out life and its
eyes.
intricacies.
Anytime charging up.
But not letting go of that mushroom.
Nope.
It's mine. Whatever you do.
Whatever you do,
He's thinking,
don't
it's
let
mine.
go.
It's mine. It's mine.
My precious.
We got Dean Jones asking the table who gets down with suicidal tendencies.
Oh, hell yeah.
Way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they're
old
dope.
Always
It's
OG.
old school, man.
Saw them not too long ago.
Robert Trujillo.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I remember seeing it on your
Yeah,
story.
Robert,
they
man,
just played
yeah.
it.
Yeah, they played at our Halloween thing, right? No, wait, it was something else, right?
That was another group.
Yeah.
Big ups to them though. I don't remember.
Yeah, brother Robert.
Big ups to them.
Terrible.
No, but
We've done. I mean, they
done
were on the
shows
Smoke
with them.
Out.
They were on the Smoke Out. They were on a Dr. Greenthumb. Wait.
Wow,
You-
classic.
Well,
Once Upon a Rhyme.
No, we did something at the Olympic. No, not the Olympic. The Shrine Auditorium. Was it a Dr. Greenthumb something, or it was a cannabis related
Right.
event we were putting on there?
One of those.
One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. They killed it. Oh no!
Yeah.
You know what?
Was it?
It was something else because because they were supposed to do that show, but they didn't show up. But we played with them somewhere else. I just can't remember exactly where it was. But they kill it, man.
Yes, they do.
Their new drummer, Grayson.
Oh, that's the homie. That's a little bro right there. He's killing it, man.
Dude, he's sick
Another
with
picture
it.
with him.
And he's one of the dopest jazz drummers too. I mean,
Yes.
he plays it all.
Knows his-
It's a legend in the making right there.
Yeah, man, he's good.
They're flexing right now.
Yeah, man.
All right.
We got a Mizzle 10 up in here showing off some gangster films, some of his favorite gangster films.
Woo! There you go,
Who's
mijo.
that? Who's that guy up there?
Stop it.
Look at you.
I know that guy.
Because we're from East Los.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them know we got this Blood In, Blood Out book, Hat and Beard Press. Go to hatandbeardpress.com
That's it.
and look up Blood In, Blood Out, and you'll see this Blood In, Blood Out book.
That's a nice table
It's a
piece
classic.
right there.
Yeah.
Get it.
That's a lot of pages right there.
Yeah,
What you think of that color, Bolton?
Loving it, dog.
Speaking of gangster movies, which this ain't, last night, Kentucky Fried Movie on
Oh my God.
on
yeah.
Discord.
Remember
Yeah,
that?
How'd that
Discord.
go? Yeah, these guys watched it last night with it like a watch party.
Yeah. We on Discord we have our comedy movie night, and last night we watched the Kentucky Fried Movie, which was B's selection. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Man.
Of course he's seen it.
Classic from the day.
Man, classic, man. Yeah. It was. Bolton, what you think about that?
That movie was hilarious, but the thing was, like, the first 30 minutes into it, I'm like, wait a minute, is this just all like a bunch of random skits, or is this even just a movie? Like, what's happening? No, it was hilarious.
That was a drive-in movie. That's the kind of movie you would see at the drive-in.
The guys who came up with Airplane did that movie. Yeah,
Mhm.
That was
the Zucker brothers or whatever.
Which was another crazy one, right?
Yeah,
But it was that style.
It's that one's more filtered than this one. This one was showing all kinds of craziness.
Yeah.
Man.
It was like that National Lampoon type craziness.
Yeah. Directed by John Landis.
John
Landis, dude.
Who did Animal House and
That's right.
and
John
Thriller
Landis.
Didn't he do
Thriller.
American
Yeah.
Werewolf in London.
Uh-huh.
Oh, American.
Yeah.
One of my other favorite ones. Yeah.
Those types of movies, though, like Kentucky Fried Movie, there was a few of them out there. We got to find the other gems because, like, there was other.
Yeah, there was
movies like
there was
that.
a couple of them like that.
Cannonball things.
Oh, Cannonball was great.
Cannonball Run was.
No, it wasn't necessarily Cannonball Run. Just the randomness of how these guys did all those scenes, and then
Oh, how it was shot. You mean?
yeah, like there's other comedies like that out there from the '70s. Like how it is.
It was a
we
style.
see it. We see it right now. There's a style that's happening, and all these studios chase this particular style for a minute until it plays out.
Dude, if you look at Up in Smoke, Lou Adler, Cheech and Chong, it was kind of like that. They were pulling all these skits that they had done
Yeah.
in their, because we used to see them when they would come through San Antonio in their stage show. That was a lot of skits from their album and stuff like that they just incorporated into this story of them trying to win the rock band. But it was all there. But that was directly descended from those Kentucky Fried Movie style of movies that came out. Where you had all these little vignettes by people. You know? They got kind of more like that in their movies after that. Remember Cheech and Chong's next movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was
Nice Dreams.
Yeah.
It was even more kind of like that, where there was these weird side stories,
Yeah, when they were in Amsterdam, they did that.
remember that one? That one
Still
was
smoking.
Crazy.
Yeah, still smoking.
Still smoking was like, what the hell?
Word
It was
up.
classic stuff.
Didn't they do the Corsican Brothers too?
They did that.
Yeah, but that wasn't necessarily vignettes. That was like a concept
That was
played
more
the
like
way-
Monty Python, I think.
Yeah, and it wasn't
Trying
really
to tell a
weed. It
story
wasn't really
with
weed related.
Yeah, there wasn't any weed,
any weed
in that particular one.
I was very disappointed in that. No, I'm just kidding. They don't smoke weed in Corsica? What? Come on,
That was a trip,
That's
but it
not
was still
true.
hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
It's called chocolate there. In Corsica.
Next.
We got a Mizzleton again. He's showing off some more gangster films that he likes.
30-year legacy right there. Look at that. Mi vida loca. Danny Trejo does a really nice cameo scene in that with one of the, with Mousy, right? With Sadie Lopez.
Yeah.
He does a really beautiful scene, and you can see, because in Blood In, Blood Out, he was that hard character, Geronimo. He only had a couple of scenes, right?
Yeah.
You could tell his film presence, but he wasn't a main character.
Yeah.
In this one, he just has a little cameo, man, where he's a vato in the neighborhood, and she knows him. Man, you could really tell how he's going to be a good actor in this one. So if you ever check out Mi Vida Loca, Danny Trejo kills it in this little cameo. It's also Salma Hayek's first movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
She's La Gata in the car with me, man. Yeah.
What a trip.
Yep. A lot of first legacy, baby.
There it is.
La Rucas Locas. You're going to be some, I'm going to try and get the Mi Vida Loca girls to come over here.
Let's go.
Greenthumb.
Bring it.
Let's go.
We got Mizzleton again showing off American Me.
Woo!
It's another one.
classic.
Classic right there.
I never seen it, so I got something. to
What?
watch.
Oh, really?
Hey,
I haven't seen a lot of movies, man.
Hey, some of the guys in this movie and the other one, and Blood In, Blood Out, were in some of the first movies like this, like Boulevard Nights, and
Danny
the
de
other
la
one,
Paz,
Walking Tall with Robbie Benson,
Yeah.
Trinidad Silva,
Yeah.
and dude who played Mundo right here. He was also in Scarface too.
Oh, Pepe Serna.
Yeah, Pepe Serna.
Pepe Serna.
He was
Yeah,
he was
Pepe Serna.
he was
Big
in a
Trevino.
bunch of
He's in a
videos.
lot. He's worked a
Yeah.
lot. He still
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Salute to him.
Yup.
All right.
We got
Daniel, a little puppet, right?
Yeah.
We got Cedric up in here saying, "Yo, B, had a busy weekend. Finished building a bathroom in my parents' basement."
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
constructive.
That's
Well, it is.
and productive.
See what I did that? Yeah.
Damn.
And hey, good rhyme there. Bar.
You know, and when you're sitting down too long and you got that bar that can help you like get up.
Yup, your legs get numb.
Exactly.
Your ass get numb because you've been sitting too long.
Trying to watch the whole Super Bowl
on your phone.
You know what I mean?
You put your phone on there while you wipe.
Yeah, down.
Yo, man.
Yeah, don't do that.
Whoa.
Are we not in the tree of trust?
Are we not in the tree of trust?
I thought it was.
I thought we were.
Are we not? Unless you prefer the floor, whatever you prefer, you know.
We got Smokestack Max saying he's smoking a quick joint right on his work break.
All right.
Yes.
That's how you do it.
Nice.
He's in New York.
Got one of your tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show that to your boss.
That's like a high heel. Know what I'm saying? You like it naked. That's a high hit with a high heel on.
There
you go.
Exactly.
Let's see here. Oh, Dom sent this picture, and we got a lot of work putting in the volcano.
Oh,
Been
man.
putting that work in.
Volcano work.
And we've
That's a
done
volcano.
Is that
That's a
dust?
Aficionado.
Volcanic dust.
Yep.
Volcanic
Volcanic
ash.
dust. Look at that.
strong tone.
Yeah,
That's
big
like,
shout out to
that's like
Steptoe.
perfect for the volcano.
That's all stepped on?
Well, that's already smoked. That's already been through the volcano, right?
No.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
all
that's
contributed.
post.
Yeah, that's post volcano.
That's
Yeah.
post.
We've all.
By the way, Steph says what's up because he couldn't be here. He just wanted to say what's up. He said
Oh, yeah.
in the chat. So that's from Steph Tony.
Salute to the strong.
Yeah.
Carnal.
Strong one.
And we got, let's see here. We got P from the Discord saying from 14 years ago at the Seattle Hemp Fest, any chance of the Excalibur 1 or 2 sesh or story on the show? Saw it on stage when I was a kid, and I was amazed.
Wow.
That picture looks crazy.
I bet, why do you got to put the bowl by your dick? And then I bet, can you move that? That don't look good.
Yeah. I don't think
It is
you
a
thought
compromise. It is a compromising shot.
Definitely.
I don't think you thought that pose through there.
No,
Dr.
they
Loco.
didn't.
Is it like a yum?
I think
No
they,
hands.
I think
Wait
they
a
saw it after.
minute.
I think they saw it afterwards. It was like,
let's post it anyway.
They should have just wrote pause on
Let's share it anyway.
I like the Zeppelin shirt though. That's tight.
No gag reflex.
well, okay.
I don't get it though. Isn't the bowl size the same? So what's the deal with the link? Does it really matter?
We could
I mean,
just fill up more smoke.
Yeah.
More smoke.
How? It's
More
the
billowing
same size
smoke.
bowl.
Well,
Well, you know
It's
what?
can
Look, it
only
just travels
smoke-
through more. Yeah, you're right. It's still the same amount of smoke.
kind of.
It is. Yeah. It's
just-
traveling
If
longer.
if you do one bowl, right? If you're doing it as one
Bowl is a
bowl,
bowl.
It's just that particular thing will allow you to take the whole hit like in one shot.
shot.
When it's more compressed, it's a bigger hit in a shorter tube. So you might not be able to take that.
oh yeah.
This seems like it would be harder to hit, but it would actually, depending on the bowl, it might be nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So like we used to take an 8-footer like this on the road, and this is what the question is, right? Well, repeat to me the question because we got to answer.
Bring it.
The question was from 14 years ago at the Seattle Hemp Fest, any chance of an Excalibur 1 or 2 sesh or story on the show?
We don't really take either Excal 1 or 2 on tour with us. 1, because Excal 2 is way too hard to hit. It's a monster.
Excal 2.
In Excal 1, there's no real case for that. So if we take it somewhere, it'll probably break.
Yeah.
Because someone always is, doing some dumb shit. But this is Excal 1
It's
right
not
here.
travel. Oh, there you go.
And so, if
I get
you
it.
know what, I'll tell you what.
He has to stand on him.
Yeah.
In LA,
Too much.
if we do an LA show or something like that, or a Southern Cali show, maybe we'll break it out there. But we can't really take that on tour with us.
So is
I
the
don't know.
bowl
I don't.
extra size or what?
No, it's snap size. But we don't take our chances on taking that ball
Nah,
anywhere.
that'll break, bro.
I mean, I'm surprised it survived all these years because we did take it on tour with
We
us.
did, with no case.
We with no case, we laid it down in the center of the tour bus to one side where
Right.
the bunks are, because that's
Right.
the longest place.
Right.
Right. So we lay it down there and put like a bunch of pillows and towels, and everybody knew not to step on it or be around. Like step too
That
heavy
is
on
the
that side,
story.
and it lived.
It
And
lived.
it's right
Yeah.
upstairs in one piece.
That is
Yeah.
almost impossible
Yeah.
to believe that would survive one of your tours.
How old is that bong?
I
Would
can't
you-
believe it.
Oh man, we're talking about the 90s.
Yes.
That's
late
the
90s. Rowdiest.
I'm gonna say we got that bong in '98.
Most bootles.
Smoking Grooves. Smoking Grooves.
No.
98 we did Smoking Grooves.
Yeah, but we
Bull
didn't have
in
that.
China shop.
We didn't have that. We didn't have that bong then. We had that bong for the smokeout.
Wow. Smokeout,
The
there you
first,
go.
I think the first smokeout maybe.
Yeah,
Song made it for us.
that
They're based
picture,
out of San Diego. They drove it down. Boom! It was a 8-foot glass piece. Or
That's
it
crazy.
is.
Yeah.
Let me not speak about it as it is in the past. It is. It is.
Well,
Let's
now
go
it's
live.
now it's
Maybe
retired.
we'll take a hit from it. We'll have to film it and then run it.
But
'cause
now
been
it's
a while.
retired, right? In terms of going on tour.
Right.
Yeah, no tours for that one. That's
We've
retired.
used it here a couple times.
Yes, we've
Yeah.
used it here. We've used
Upstairs.
it with concentrates
Yep.
though.
Well,
Yeah.
that I can see.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
But
We're due.
I can't believe
You ready?
we
are.
used to
You
go
ready
to-
for that?
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You kidding me? You scared me off of it with the story. I'm like,
Oh
that's
man.
got too many ghosts and spirits in that one.
Hey, him and I used to trade off the hit with that, and we'd have to do the remainder of the show.
Yeah. Oh my.
And it was only
Yeah.
halfway through the show.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
And next up in here, let's see, we got Mick all the way from Frankfurt, Germany, saying, "Yo, B, Dr. Greenthumb just landed today."
Hey,
Nice.
right. Awesome.
Ooh, I love that.
Much love.
Germany. They
Germany.
go Yog.
How many music videos did Dr. Greenthumb do? Because I saw him in a couple, but was it just the one?
It was just the one, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought it could have been some more.
Well, we did more, just not music videos.
Right.
Just more like events and stuff like that.
He's been on stage.
Oh, yeah.
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 Live.
Oh yeah, we brought him out many a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever done the Batman John Wayne thing where you or Bruce Wayne thing where you
Go
got
change.
no, where you come out together at the same time to
Oh,
prove,
no,
to prove
I
that
cou-
he's
I couldn't find a doppelganger till this last year. All right.
And we got Mick again. He's showing off his little collection. Got a bunch of glass.
Nice piece. Man. All right. Stomp that
Put on
on.
glass.
That's a dope display. Cool.
Damn. You like to get high.
It's funny because that's literally what I want. It's like that kind of setup.
Okay, I'm already seeing a violation here, though.
Uh-oh. Something's dirty,
There's,
right?
there's a dirty piece of glass in there that has, unless I'm tripping, unless that piece is, zoom in on it
Which one you talking about?
to the left. Oh, no, that's a piece of the glass. Okay, cool. It's clean. My bad. Excuse me. I will resend that. Clean glass. That's just the color of the glass.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Oh, look at this.
Ooh,
And the
neat.
collection widens. Man,
Vape device.
he likes to get high different ways.
A little bit.
Different ways.
Different ways.
Wise.
He likes the different whys.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. All right.
And then I know this is on the sheet, but did you guys hear about the woman arrested by Sacramento? She stole up to $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups.
I
Yeah.
heard about this.
Yo, what's up with the Stanley Cup?
I don't
mean,
know.
what's the
I
big
have
thing
no
about
idea.
them? You know what I mean? They just
Dude.
hold water.
Resale must be good. I mean, she got
What?
Damn.
But there is like a craze.
Quarter.
I don't know what it is though.
Yeah.
What is this whole?
I don't know.
It's a
Stanley
whole
Cup
thing,
thing?
man.
But I was reading.
What does that mean?
I was reading that as she was just like putting him in there, and she just walked on out. She wasn't listening to people say, "No, stop, come back. You didn't pay for that." She just put them in the car and then she just took off.
Is she gonna resell those on
Not
Etsy?
anymore.
Not anymore.
Well,
Not
she
anymore.
was. That was her intent.
Yeah.
Sell them on Etsy.
Damn.
Etsy.
Looks
Yeah.
like a damn cup to me. I don't know.
Well,
pretty
you know,
popular cut.
it's pretty popular because it's durable, fits in most cup holders. Like you know,
Like
sometimes,
most cups.
well, no. Sometimes you buy those and it might be too big for
Oh,
your cup holder.
definitely. If you buy the
Yeah,
wide ones.
but that one seems to fit in all of them.
But
Yeah.
the NHL ain't going after him for
No,
trademark infringement.
No, it's not. It's not. It's
spelled
nothing.
the same.
It's
or-
it's
It came before the NHL.
Oh, really?
The company Stanley, that's from like
Oh, true that.
yeah.
early 1900s.
There you go.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but you know how corporations are. They buy
But they're a,
some, yeah,
they're a corporation
you know,
too, though.
And they're
They're
first.
trying to. They
Yeah.
were first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were first.
And they got the money to battle it out.
Yeah.
Our
so
name is Stanley.
Stanley Cup. and
Stanley.
We are Stanley, and
We
we're
are Stanley.
standing on that.
We're
Stand on
I just-
business.
All right. Anything else?
No, that seems to be it.
What were we gonna say?
I,
Steve?
I read a story about like this teenage girl, whatever. Her parents had spent like $3,000 in collecting every single Stanley Cup they could find. Like, and it's like she's like a super fan of the Stanley Cup, and her parents.
That's
like,
a little bit much for
right?
a drinking cup.
That was
That's
her-
like people like
Yeah,
know.
it was
like,
her aunt.
Yeah.
It was,
was
her,
her aunt.
it was her aunt.
Yeah. Like people collect, shot glasses.
Yeah.
You do that for a while, and then you realize you got all these goddamn glasses, and you got to make room for them, and then it stops.
Yes, it does.
Because it's collecting a lot.
But that's like them. I mean, the sports memorabilia, right? Like getting your team's thing.
That's
on-
different
on
though. Like
everything.
shot glasses, it's not a value on that. But with memorabilia, yes, sometimes it might be worth something.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Like you get a jersey signed from,
definitely.
a successful athlete, whatever athlete,
Big money.
and it might be worth something down the line. Your shot glass you got in some store in Scotland or whatever, that ain't gonna be worth shit.
What is it?
Yeah.
What if it was a shot glass of that Ireland whiskey?
Different
Scotch
story.
Yeah.
Well, it better have some of that whiskey in it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Then it's
Glass
a
is glass.
$50,000 glass.
But in terms of glass art, that's a different story. There's glass art that's very much worth a lot of money because of the time and effort it takes to create that art with the glass blowing and stuff.
I would say XCal 1 is worth a lot of money right now.
If we
As a
auctioned
glass
it off,
piece.
yeah,
Oh,
we
for
would
sure.
we'd get a lot of money. It'd just be like, can we get it to the person
Right.
without it breaking?
No,
you
they
know?
have to come and pick it up.
Yeah. After this, it's on you.
It's on you.
Delivery.
Yeah.
All right, next. Oh, wait. We're done with that. All right, let's open the doors to the Insane Asylum. But before we do that, smash that like if you haven't. Take time to subscribe if you haven't. Share the show out if you haven't. We're here with the legendary Jesse Borrego, and we're chopping it up. We're about to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That means y'all got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion. Here for it.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
All right, let's do this. We got Love Goes Round asking or saying, I wonder if Jesse had not gone into performing arts, what else would he enjoy doing with his life?
That's a good question because arte es vida to me. So I live my life as art. Talking about Pepe Serna from American Me, Pepe just came out with this beautiful book. He's a painter also. So Pepe came out with this book, and it's my art as life. But if you look at the documentary and you read the book, it's exactly the way we've lived our life. We don't know nothing else but to tell our stories to our own people because we know that it uplifts us. So, I'd probably be a teacher, one of those teachers in a barrio somewhere or a curandero,
Yeah.
making sure that people got healed in a good, holistic way with hierbas, right? And then
Shaman.
That's what this is all about, right? All of this shit. We've known about, I always say, everybody talks about this cannabis culture, but our grandparents and our great-grandparents knew about the healing properties of this herb for generations.
Early.
And they were vilified and criminalized off
Yeah.
of it. We talk about systematic. But, hey, that's what we do. So I think I still would have been sharing the love and the knowledge somehow.
Word up.
We got Kiko from the South saying, Jesse, I know you worked on an episode of Married with Children along the side with Christina Applegate.
My girl.
Have you kept up with her or talked to her since her health has declined?
I haven't, but we had a really good friend. We talk about, me and B Real talk about the photographer Cesario Block Montaño. And, he was connected to a lot of music videos that we did that she was involved with us in and helped us out in as a choreographer. So I haven't kept in touch with her. I love the stuff that she's doing. She's doing some incredible work, even though she's been suffering with her health. So as artists, if we're able to keep doing that, and I was so proud to have choreographed that piece that lives on forever in television history. Did you ever see that when I danced with Kelly Bundy?
That's right.
Christina.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she was a fan. She was a Fame fan, and that's how I knew her.
She
But
could have been on it.
man, she was. She danced with the what was that girl group? That
Pussycat.
Dolls.
Pussycat Dolls.
That's right.
And they always had different guest stars. Well, Christina dance with them for a while. That's how good she was.
See, y'all could have brought Fame back. You could have been a teacher at this point.
Yeah, you know
what I'm saying?
Brought her back as a love interest or something.
Another teacher.
She's amazing.
Another teacher in the school.
I love you, Christina.
She's
Praying
amazing.
for you, absolutely.
Oh, there you go. Fame now.
Yeah.
Performing arts still exists. It's not like it went away.
Mr. Producer, come on.
Give me a point.
Come on.
All right.
And we got Sarah up in here. Thank you so much for your super chat. Shout to Sarah.
Big Sarah, we love you, baby. Happy birthday.
And we got Juan Perez up in here. All he's saying is El Duran.
El Duran.
Oh,
Duran?
my God,
Duran.
mi vida loca.
He said Duran.
Duran. El Duran.
Yeah, he
Better
can't-
than Duran last time I said it.
He still can't roll the R. You know, it's 2024.
Best thing about that, Allison Anders, you know, woman director, she really brought a great cast of great Latina actors together. You know, that was Salma Hayek's first film.
Yeah.
But, you know, Angel Aviles and Sadie Lopez were incredible as the leads.
Yeah.
And, you know, they really took it to the next level, I think, on a film that could have just been a little independent throwaway.
Yeah.
But instead, it got elevated. Now, 30 years, it's a legacy now of puras cholas, you know. So they're bringing that chola culture back. I think you'll be seeing a lot of Mi Vida Loca reunions this year.
That's right. Congratulations to
Hell
those
yeah.
two ladies. All right.
We got Karina up in here saying, welcome back, Jesse. Last visit, you talked a bit on I Like It Like That. What was it like playing Alexis and working with Rita Moreno? One of my favorite movies.
Yeah, the funny thing was, you know, sitting in the makeup trailer, and I'm getting a drag on, right? I'm getting all hair and makeup and wigs and everything, and I'm looking over, and there's Rita Moreno. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting my hair and makeup done with a legend. She was a beautiful lady, great actress. But you know, that was John Seda's first film too. You know, he went on to do a lot of great stuff.
Oh, wow.
And Lauren Velez before Oz and before New York Undercover. And then what was that big one she was in? She was the Latina detective in Dexter.
Yeah, that's
so,
right.
You know, and that, you know, that was Lauren's first film. So
Oh, yeah.
to me, always having done a big studio film and then a big television film like Fame, I'd already seen the big side of the business. But working on those independents, you really get to see the true talent of our culture and how diverse we are as artists, you know. So I'm glad to have represented back in the 90s like that, and I like it like that. I tell people I did Blood In, Blood Out, Mi Vida Loca, and I like it like that on the East Coast back to back. So I was from both coasts. I was trying to show that Latinos and our stories were really mattered and were part of American cinema and American television. You know? But, you know, at the same time, Cyprus was coming up with theirs. Ross was doing his Mi Familia. Cesario Block was doing his photography in the art world. You know, Chicano art was, starting up. Cheech was starting his collections. So you could see it in many different levels that we were here. You know, now we celebrate 30 years, but we've been around for 40, 50 years. Easily.
Absolutely.
As you know, as cultural ministers, you know.
True that.
We got Ask a Bum. I think he's asking, Be Real this. Would you ever consider doing a theme song for someone's YouTube?
I've never considered that. That's like a new ask.
Yeah.
Interesting. I might have to consider that, but you know, nobody's calling me to do an intro for their YouTube. So that's a good question.
And he's also asking, out of all the young artists, who reminds you the most of Cypress Hill?
We're one of a kind, baby. Nobody reminds me of us.
There it is.
We got a Smoke a Lot 91 saying, Jesse got great vibes, and you can tell he's a wise man. Thank you for coming on, and we love your vibe.
Thank you, brother. It's great that we can sit here with the maestros and chop it up and talk about what's real, you know. They're helping me celebrate this 30-year anniversary of this book, Hat and Beard Press. It's incredible, so go get it, raza, while you can, because you'll be supporting Adan Hernandez, the artist who did the paintings for Blood In, Blood Out. Big shout out to his familia. Also, the East Los Familia, you know, Big Henry and the Vasquez familia out there took care of us while we were there, so they authenticated all of that. But, you know, when we can have a platform here with Be Real, my carnal, Eric Bobo, and all the vatos that chop it up here, you've had so many great shows here, you know. So it's amazing that you're still building a great library, and I appreciate that you brought me on a couple of times.
Right on, brother.
If I can bring some other artists here, I think like I said, the Mi Vida Loca girls should come here and talk a little bit about their 30-year legacy.
Yeah.
And look at it from a woman's perspective. And
absolutely.
So, hey, my honor to be here, man. And not only that, but the best mode.
That too. All right.
We got Joseph saying, yo, Jesse, was Jean-Claude Van Damme in Blood In, Blood Out as an extra?
Van Damme?
I don't think so.
Van Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I don't think
I think
so.
that was in Breaking 2.
Yeah.
Blood In, Blood Out.
Yeah, that was Breaking 2.
That was Breaking
My
2.
man Boogaloo Shrimp. Big shout out to Boogaloo.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing his thing, too. Talking about the old school.
Oh, yeah.
And we got Balls Mahoney asking, how is it working with Nicolas Cage on Con Air?
Oh, it was great. The great thing about Nicholas is that, his father, August Coppola, was the principal of the San Francisco High School of Performing Arts.
Oh, right on.
So when Fame was on, it turns out my grandmother, Jesusa Susie Sanchez, my mother's mother, was his house lady for 35 years. So she worked for him. So when I was on Fame, and Nick was still Nick Coppola, my grandmother, used to know him because she was taking care of his father. And August actually requested that my grandmother ask me if I would come and talk to his high school kids. And she said, I don't know, I'll ask him. And she goes, hey, my boss wants to know if you'll come down and talk to the kids at his high school. And I said, absolutely. And I went down there and gave them, what we always say, hey, believe in yourself, believe in your culture, and believe in your art. And that's what you go. Don't worry about being a star. Don't worry about being a success. Worry about being truthful in your art. That's what you're learning here at your High School of Performing Arts. Man, he loved it. All praise and honor. But years later, when we were working on Con Air, I went up to Nick and I went, hey, Nick, oh, nice to meet you. I said, I'm Susie's grandson. Oh, my God, you're Susie's grandson. Oh, my God, she worked for my dad for fun. I said, I know. He goes, oh, my God, I love your grandmother. I love her. So I went back and got to tell my grandmother, I go, Nicolas Cage said he not only remembered you, but he just sent you all this love and honor.
That's awesome.
And that was the best part of that is seeing that connection and seeing how my grandmother affected someone and the fact that he remembered her. So I gave him a lot of love for that. And I said, man, this Vato's a true blue dude.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And if you can be a movie star and still keep that common touch, man, then when you see it in his work, when his work comes through.
It's a fine line.
It's a fine line, baby. Yeah.
All right.
We got Ask a Bum again. He's saying, on the same note, would you ever do an entrance song for a WWE wrestler?
I have. For Taz. I did one for Taz when he first got to the WWE. And we've done some other stuff for WWE, but it was way, way back. It hasn't been no recent work with them, but yeah, of course.
And that was released on it was on a record of all the theme songs. The song was called Just Another Victim.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And he's also asking, would you ever be part of a WWE storyline if asked? Possibly an evil manager.
No.
An evil manager.
An evil manager? If I didn't have to if all I had to do was talk shit and take no bumps, yeah, for sure.
Bring it.
But I ain't taking no bumps. I'm not a professional bump taker, you know what I'm saying? Not in any form of the word.
The story you got to do is the graphic novel.
Oh, yeah,
that's the story.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, that'll happen. But wrestling, no, no. Because at some point, if you get involved in any of the storyline, people are expecting you to take a bump.
Mm-hmm.
And that means, for those that don't know the lingo, it's not a line of coke. Like, you got to take a fall or get your ass whooped at some point.
Put a chair or something.
Yeah, a chair, a table. You might be going through a slap, or maybe they
a chop,
or some sort of slam. You know what I mean?
The ring, the bell.
And look, I'm no pro at taking bumps. Again, not in any sense of the word. So I saw Snoop's first thing, and like, hey, unless I'm gonna really be doing this, I'm gonna let that
don't
be.
do my own stunts.
I'm gonna let ICP and Action Bronson handle that, because they do that.
They do that.
After the fire hydrant scene and Blood In, Blood Out, I don't do my own stunts anymore.
Yeah, there you go. I don't want that by accident, trying to, do too much. Are you willing to take a bump?
Like that. Yeah. Don Cheadle does his own stunt.
I got to go on tour after
Boy,
this.
Don Cheadle does his own stunts.
Yeah.
He don't
Salute to
play.
Don Cheadle. He's a legend.
Hell yeah, legend.
Word.
Man.
All right.
Arnalote.
We got Chris. He's asking, ask Jesse if he prefers 1980s Lucha Wrestling or WWF Wrestling, and who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Lucha Libre, bro, all the way. It started with Lucha Libre. Before they started, classic wrestling was all right. It was pretty tame, man. It was like NBA basketball.
It was a
before
mixed
the
bag,
ABA, but Lucha Libre was always crazy because they were already throwing in the acrobatics, right? Because all those dudes were acrobatic dudes. And the main dudes were Mil Máscaras.
That's Mil Máscaras. He was
Man of 1,000 Masks.
Mondo Guerrero.
Mil Máscaras.
The Guerrero brothers.
The Guerrero brothers, yeah.
The first Guerreros.
And the other dude was Jose Lothario.
Tito Santana.
So, those are the OGs, and they were all coming from the Lucha Libre.
Started over there.
Yeah, so all the way, man. They were the ones that brought the acrobatics into wrestling rather than just grappling and the storyline of the good and the bad. It was always entertaining because you were going to see some flips and some flies. And,
Yep.
Lucha Libre, baby.
Salute. My grandmother used to watch it.
Yeah.
And then I realized why.
My grandfather, yeah.
It's a bunch of dudes running around half naked.
Yeah.
Grandma's watching it. You know what I mean?
Well, my grandfather, Benito Cardenas, took me and my little brother to an actual live Lucha Libre in San Antonio. So we got to see it live, which was crazy because we had no business as little kids being there.
Yeah.
But, man, it was so much fun.
That's dope.
Yeah. That's a memory right there.
All right.
And we got Young Stu Beats. He's saying, so good to see Jesse back in the temple. He's a really good man.
That's right.
Thank you,
Hell
Papa.
yeah.
Here with the good fellas, with the good vatos, for sure.
We got Randy up in here saying, love this guy. Last time I saw him was in the Fear of the Walking Dead, and he was great. I'm 45, and being a black kid from Philly growing up in the 80s and 90s, we loved Blood In, Blood Out. It's a cult classic.
Thank you, mijo. Make sure and go to Hat and Beard Press to get the book because you're really going to love it. So if you like Blood In, Blood Out, get the book. Yeah, they just started showing, the Fear the Walking Dead again in the streaming world.
Oh, for real?
And my episodes came up, yeah.
That's
Got a
cool.
chance to work with the legendary Ruben Blades. Man.
Yeah, dude. That first season was great.
Hey, and I love that, Fear the Walking Dead has continued.
Yeah.
And his character survived because at
still
the end
around.
of that season, you didn't know if he was gone or not.
Yeah.
But he survived. But musically, he just won a couple of years ago. He just won a Latin Grammy, won again another Grammy, distinguished.
Yeah.
Still touring, still doing it.
Still just staying
Still
on game.
crazy, man. He just did his last thing when he was at that time. He was working on a big band album.
Whoa.
So it was Ruben Blades doing big band music.
Word
But
up.
I think that's the one that he's been touring the last couple of years with. But the stories he was telling on the set, bro, that was the cool thing. Because you know me, I was fanboy. I go, Ruben, I got to tell you, bro, I'm fanboying out because I grew up, listening to the Fania All-Stars, listening to you, sing salsa music, then watching you. So he was telling a story. He wrote the only Spanish song that Michael Jackson ever did.
Really?
Yeah. Look that one up. Michael Jackson did a song in Spanish, and he wanted Ruben to produce it. So he's the one. And he said, man, all praise and honor. He goes, Michael worked so hard on the pronunciation. He wanted to do it right. He's a hard worker. So it was cool to hear that type of story.
That's awesome.
But I worked with him on another show that Salma Hayek directed, The Maldonado Miracle. You ever seen that one? It was a bunch of stars doing little vignettes in a town. And I just had a little cameo in it. But man, he was a character in it. Peter Fonda was the lead actor in it, but directed by Salma Hayek, Maldonado Miracle.
Awesome.
Yeah. Connections upon connections, brother.
Y'all got to check that out if you haven't.
Look for it.
All right.
We got Heebie Jeebie up in here saying, Bolton, please say Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, it's Van Damme.
Van
Van
Damme.
Damme.
Van Damme.
Or if you're gonna go the other way, it's Van Damme.
Van Damme.
Van Damme
That's
or
what
Van Damme, not
Van
Van
Damme.
Damme.
Do you also say Frankenstein?
He would.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Nah,
wouldn't.
Frankenstein.
I say Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. All right.
We got Jesus up in here saying, damn, C- smoked himself to a Friday.
Yeah, I did.
So did.
I know.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great way to start the week.
I
actually.
love it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Happy
I was like, hey, it's
It's
Friday.
Friday. TGIF.
Let's go.
Bobo came in on a Wednesday.
SPIT.
I came in on Wednesday.
You ever heard that? TGIF? And then they go, no, SPIT. Stupid pendejo, it's Thursday. SPIT.
Spit.
What are you trying to say? Stupid pendejo, it's Thursday.
Oh, that's good.
It works.
It works.
Yes, it does.
We got Javi G. He's saying, I met Jesse at Venice Beach in 1987. He's a good dude for sure.
Hey, you know what? Once again, right there, our homeboy Cesario Block Montaño. I went to California Institute of the Arts with him, actually. The same school that homeboy Don Cheadle went.
Yeah.
Bruce Beatty, I was talking about. We went to acting school there. But also Merrick Morton that did all the photos for Blood In, Blood Out. All those photos that you recognize from the movie, that's all Rick Morton, and he was a CalArtian also. But Block went to CalArts, but Block's an old Venice vato.
Yep.
An old Venice.
He's the mayor.
He's the
Remember-
mayor of Venice.
He's the
Remember
unofficial mayor.
MSA, right? The Mexican Skate Surf Association. There were a bunch of Chicanos, Mexicanos that were all skaters and surfers. Christian Hosoi ran with them. So
Yeah.
some of the top skateboarders in Venice were running with Block at that time.
Oh,
That's how he got started, right? A lot of his stuff came out in Thrasher magazine.
Pretty much,
When he
yeah.
first got started, before he started shooting.
Yeah, he probably came
a lot
out
of
in
the-
Thrasher 2 with them.
Yeah,
I would
I
say.
think there was. I think I did see a couple of issues that he was in, but he was also shooting a lot of the good stuff that was coming out. So,
Yep, still shoot.
but that's all Venice. So when I came out of Culver City working on Fame, I moved right into the West Side. So I moved right into Venice, raised our daughter there many years in the Oakwood area in the early 2000s. So I love that still love the West Side.
That's right. Salute to
I
the
mean,
West
East
Side.
Los and West Side. Love LA.
Mm-hmm.
We got Chef Marky saying, big shout to Be Real and the gang all the way from Scotland. Saw you guys at the Glasgow show, and wow, you blew my mind.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Chef.
I think we'll probably be out there again sometime this year. I think.
Maybe.
We'll find out. But thank you.
We got Hybrid Cypher. He's saying, peace to Jesse and to the table. It's beautifully smoky in there.
Much love to you.
Stay smoky.
Peace.
We
It's all
got,
special effects.
we got Ask a Bum. He's saying, yo, C-, saw your Rebel Radio interview today. It's fire.
Oh, thank you. man.
Fire.
Fire.
So
Oh,
fire.
thank you. Yeah, I believe that was the interview we did right before pandemic. So, yeah, it was a good one. Shout out to Josh.
We got Pon up in here saying, thank you to Bobo for the Kentucky Fried movie last night. It was funny.
Man,
Oh,
hilarious. We're doing it every Sunday, comedy movie night on the Discord and seeing Asylum servers. So sign up, do that. Don't miss out.
yeah.
Hey, I got a comedy for you. I did a movie called Phoenix, Oregon.
Yeah?
Check out. It's one of the few comedies I ever did. Yeah, Phoenix, Oregon.
Is it on Tubi?
It might be, but it's James LeGros from Drugstore Cowboy.
Okay.
Diedrich Bader from Napoleon Dynamite. Kevin Corrigan from Goodfellas.
All right.
It
It's
is.
got a
that a
good cast.
requirement?
Lisa Edelstein
Yeah.
from House. Yeah, Phoenix, Oregon.
Well, you got.
Oh, there it
peoples.
is. Look at that. Bam.
Yeah.
You got peoples in there.
Oh, you got
Uh-huh.
All right, if we showed that, then maybe you can join us.
But it's a comedy though, yeah.
Yeah.
So you see
right.
me doing some funny stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Brusito was funny, right?
He was funny, yeah.
Yeah. I like it like that. Alexis was funny.
Yeah, you've done some funny things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm funny.
Órale. All right.
And you guys were talking about streaming earlier. We got Lazy Days. He's saying some movies are still worth seeing in the theaters, but most releases are fine for straight streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's like Oppenheimer or Avatar,
yeah.
you can watch it at home, basically.
The long movies, yeah, better to watch at home.
Yeah, I'll fall asleep at home
Yeah.
for a long movie. I gotta go.
Well, you could remember where you fell at, right, and then just watch it from there on. That happens to you at theater. You can't restart that.
No.
I want to see Napoleon in the film in the theater.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That seems
Is
like
that the
something I
new
wanna see.
one with Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
But you know, my only problem, and I've said this before, is that he's not doing a French like accent.
Oh,
he's just sounding
Did the Robin
Regular?
Hood thing?
He did the Kevin Costner as Robin Hood.
Yeah.
I'm not
You know what I'm
gonna.
saying?
Wow.
Everyone else.
Kevin Costner
Yeah, you
played
gotta
Robin
hint
Hood.
at it, right? You
Yeah.
gotta at least hint at it.
Kevin Costner just sounded like Kevin Costner
By the way, yes,
playing Robin Hood.
Yeah.
To watch this movie, it is terribly bland in terms of the way he's
Dude.
supposed to be speaking and how he's speaking.
Yeah.
But it's a cool movie.
But he should have thrown it in there.
Everybody else has an accent in this movie except him.
Kevin Costner.
And he's supposed to be English, you know what I mean? The character. It's Robin Hood. Not fucking American. All right, next.
And we got Trippy Inc. I think this is the last one. He's saying, I sent in a song submission my friend did. I forgot to put his name in there. It's Iceman Thrill. I hope you guys like it, and he has some dope rhymes. And watching this get me made into the studio, and it was awesome.
All right, man.
Right on.
Salute. Stay in that studio, man. Keep being creative and, don't be afraid to, experiment, man.
Drop bars.
Drop them bars.
Bring it.
For true.
And, we want to say salute to all y'all for, getting down with us today. Once again, smash that like before you go. Subscribe and crack the all notification bell so you can get down with all the content we be dropping. Thank you for your love, support, and energy. And we want to thank Jesse for dropping back by. Hanging out.
Hell yeah.
Don't forget, Hat and Beard Press, Blood and Blood Out book.
Oh yeah.
Order it while you can.
That's dope.
Let them know where they can find you, my friend.
Come check me out at Jesse Borrego Official on Instagram. Also, Sangre por Arte on Facebook and Instagram. And like I said, Hat and Beard Press will be promoting the Blood In, Blood Out book. So follow us there.
C-.
Shout out to everyone here at the table. Jesse, pleasure to have you on the show.
You too.
Shout out to the Treehouse crew. Shout out to my mom, to my son. Shout out to Dro, E-Zone, Steph Tone, Aton, and everyone that watches the show. Follow me at C-Fan4 on all the social medias. I'll see you soon. Eric Bobo.
All right, catch me on the socials, on Twitter, X at Eric Bobo, IG at Eric_Bobo, and also Discord on Bobo's Corner and the Insane Asylum server. Thank you, Jesse, for coming on. Always a pleasure. Everybody here at the table, Treehouse crew, the Discord mods, big ups to you and everybody that tuned in last night to Comedy Movie Night. Tomorrow night is B-Movie Night. So,
oh boy,
we're gonna have something going on for you. And thank you for everybody that supports the show. Snacks tonight, we thank you, buddy.
Bolton.
Shout the Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much. Shout to Ray Morning Shot Films. Shout to the Dominator. Shout to Almighty Jelly up in the super chat. Thank you so much. And like Bobo said, B-Movie tomorrow night. So that's gonna be at 7 o'clock. What's going on, Callie?
And shout out to everybody at the table. Jesse, thanks for coming through. Shout out to everybody. 5150 is Insane Asylum. Rara, Bolton, Von Dom, everybody else who follows the show, wifey, my family, much love.
It's all about love. Love is the key. You know it. Embrace it. Spread it around. Live it.
Amen.
And check out the Dr. Greenthumb Mix Show right after this. Be Real TV 2 and Twitch. Swallow that.